Okay, so I have my model all set up. Now I happen to have some things and I wanted you to be able to see it. So I used signs that I already had and I used my big sun. But if I was at home, I would do this in a far simpler way. I would just use sticky notes. Let me show you what I mean. See, I would just write on a sticky note or a piece of scrap paper the names of my constellations, the names of the solstices and the seasons, and my sun. So I would just take my sun and I would stick it right in the middle of my circle, right there, and that would be it. Same thing for everything else. Here's my constellation. That's the one that's actually my horoscope sign for my birthday is Cancer. So I would just write it on the sticky note. So I'm gonna put this right back here where that goes. So it's important to set it up in around the sun. That's what's really most important. And again, the sun could be anything. I could even take a light, a lamp and put it in the middle. I could use a ball, anything. It doesn't really matter what. But everything else should be around it. You could either put everything else on the floor around it, or you could put it on the walls. Like if you have one room that you can put things on the walls just with a little piece of tape, you could do that. And that's a good way because then you're actually looking straight out at it. Now here's how it works. We as the Earth are always going to be in between the sun and the stars that we look at. So we always are going to be somewhere in this area around the sun so that we can both look at daytime, we'll be looking this way, and in the evening, we'll be looking out at the stars. Now the Earth moves, I always have to think about this, which way do we rotate? We rotate counterclockwise. So this is going to be night, looking out at the stars. This is going to be day. And while I'm here, it's worth saying, think about what we can see during the day. So when you look up into space during the day, what do you actually see? Are you seeing the stars? What are you seeing? And if you're not seeing stars during the day, why not? Well, there's a clue right here, right? So if I look across the circle, all I'm really seeing is this, and it is blocking my view. Now, if it's not blocking my view, it's taking up, its light is filling the space, basically. So that's the light that I see. I don't see the light from things that are much further away from me. Some I do, but most I don't. So during the day, we're looking at this, or we're looking at this. But as we get to night, we'll be looking at these things. To get started, you may want to start at your own birthday. So we have the seasons marked. So here we have summer, right opposite that is winter, fall, and spring. So they go in the logical order. Now I want to find my birthday, and my birthday is pretty easy because it's actually quite close to the summer solstice. This is June 21st and mine is June 23rd. So I know I won't be right here at the June 21st. I'm gonna be just a little bit this way towards fall. So I'm just gonna scoot over. Now, right now I'm looking out at the night sky. So my question to you is, what are you seeing at night on your birthday? Are you seeing your own horoscope sign? Or are you seeing something else? And why is that so? Then on your birthday, turn around as the Earth so that it's daytime, so that you're facing the sun. Look beyond the sun. Now in real life, you can't look beyond the sun because it's too bright. What do you see if you could? So that's how you set up this model. It's fun to experiment with different people's birthdays and to see what you can see in the night sky at different points in the year. It's also a great clue about what to look for right now. So I'm sharing also a website that shows what the constellations look like in space around this time of year. It's showing them in February. There's a lot of other great star guides out there that you can use. including what's it called, Stellarium, which I recommend, which is a free online web application, and it allows you to see what's in the night sky right now, today, from where you're standing at your home or wherever you may be standing. So these are great ways to explore the night sky. I hope you enjoy it, and I also hope you think about why you see what you see when you look up into space. So for my model, all I did is I just wrote the names of all of the zodiac constellations on sticky notes, and I laid them out according to this diagram. Now, there's a link to this diagram. You do need the diagram in order to do this. You don't have to print it. You can just look at it right on your screen, but it shows you exactly where everything goes. So for this one, I put the sun right in the middle. I put my constellations that are correspond with the zodiac around, and also I put down my solstice and my equinoxes. These show the seasons, so fall, summer, spring, and so forth. Now you can do as fancy or not as you like. Some of these I tried to draw what I thought the constellations looked like, the actual stars look like, on my constellation sticky note. On other ones I drew a picture that show what they mean, and I'll give you an online source to find out what they mean, like Pisces, sign of a fish. Leo, my lion didn't come out so great, but that's okay. So my dinosaur is going to help me to show how you do this model. It's better to do it yourself and not with a dinosaur, but just to show you the small version. Now, right now, I'm going to say that my dinosaur was born in the fall. So he was born right at September 21st. So he's starting, and it doesn't matter where you start, it's just more fun for your birthday. So he's starting right there on September 21st because that is the fall equinox. That actually happens to be my dinosaur's birthday. Now, right now, my dinosaur is facing the center of the circle. That means it's daytime. He's facing the sun. And think about it. If the sun was actually there, of course my dinosaur wouldn't be quite that close, he wouldn't be able to see anything beyond the sun because the sun's light is so bright that that's all the dinosaur is going to see during the daytime. But at nighttime, my dinosaur, who's pretending to be my Earth, is going to rotate around, and he's going to be looking out at whatever stars are visible at night. So these are the constellations that my dinosaur is going to be seeing if he's standing on Earth around this time of year. Different times, he's going to look at different things. So in the summertime, that's what the dinosaur is looking at during the day. It's still the sun. And at night, it's going to be looking at those constellations.